Hey guys, really quick though, you guys could say if you want who will win the 2024 election coming up next week.
Ooh.
Like Lamar Jackson says, trust Trump.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I actually had somebody reach out to me, somebody I know, and I was, I'm gonna just speak on it. He asked me about one of my homeboys. He asked me about the Nick Bosa situation when he went on TV and basically had the Trump hat on. He was like, "How you feel about it?" I was like, "I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that." At the end of the day, I believe that he can do that. My only pushback I would say is why he didn't talk about it at the press conference. If he felt that way, talk about it. Talk about it. At the end of the day,
It's
stand up for what
embarrassing.
you believe in. I can sit here and say that people like I forgot my girl's name. She told LeBron, "Shut up and dribble." I can't remember her name. If LeBron
Trump
can
said
stand up
it.
for things that he believes in, and people can stand up like Kaepernick, I have no issue with you bringing religion, politics, whatever you feel that passionate about it. Do it. So shout out to Nick Bosa, man. As far as who I think is gonna win, I'm gonna be real, man. I think Trump's gonna win.
All right.
You want to go, Keo?
I do think Trump is gonna win also. I think in my opinion, no offense to how anybody else feel, I think a lot of things favors towards Donald Trump. I've seen a lot of projections that people have showed that it leads towards Donald Trump right now, and I think he's gonna win most of the swing states, man. I got Trump.
Um, I think both of them suck.
Come on, man.
Not
President
who
Let's
you
himself.
would
stop
root
tearing each
for,
other down because of an
not
opinion.
who you'd vote for, but who do you think is going to win?
I
Yeah,
am.
that's what
I
I'm
was on
voting
my
on.
way.
I'm voting on who I
Y'all
think is gonna
started
win.
laughing. I was gonna give y'all my answer.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Jeez, they both suck. Save your money. Save your money because you're gonna need to lock your doors and everything and get what you need because purge is gonna end up being a legal thing in real life because both of them suck. And I think Trump is gonna win somehow. Well, I think he's gonna win, and we're all screwed regardless. So God bless America. We're screwed.
Man, all right. So, of course, I got Kamala. But I will say this: that Trump has a very good chance. Not based on those biased polls that are out. Just because I do know one thing, man. I hate to say it: black people don't go out to the polls, not like they should, right? And I've been hearing all this stuff about black men. Black men don't like Kamala and all that other stuff. That's just one thing that they say, and they say it enough that people start believing it. I don't believe that. I believe that if the black turnout is like it should be, that Kamala will win. But I'm not so sure of how that's actually going to turn out. Polls don't really reflect actual voting. So right
I'm not
now,
turning out. I'm one of those.
Hex, are you turning out?
Hey man. I think I am gonna vote. I am gonna vote.
Okay, you don't have to say who, but I wanted to see if C hates you like he hates Rico.
Hey, one thing about me is I'm actually opposite of what most people do in America. I actually, at the end of the day, bro, I don't try to tear down either candidate. Like at the end of
Right.
the day, that's their policy. That's what they believe, and I'm gonna vote on who I think is gonna be best for the country. I have no ill will towards either side.
listen, my automatic action is never to tear anyone on earth down. I just don't like if you try to tear down my candidate and your candidate is so much worse.
Start it up.
Uh-oh,
That's all
all
I'm
right,
saying.
y'all. Hey,
If you have,
shout
Who you
out to
talking
y'all, but
about?
I'm not staying here all night messing with
if
y'all.
you that's
I
that's
got work
my
in the
only
morning.
thing.
Who
That's
you
the same
talking
thing.
about?
I'm just the same thing as with sports. If you're gonna talk about the Saints and your team ass, come on, bro. You can't do that. You can't. The Saints will beat Texas. I bet you that. Since we talk
Texas better than LSU.
Don't do that. Don't do
Go
that.
ahead. Go ahead, Yvonne.
I mean, I think Trump's going to win. I'm looking at the betting markets. Actually, the line, if you actually believe in Vegas, Vegas is doing this with the election. They're following the numbers. They actually think Trump is going to kill in this election. Like, actually, the odds are going more towards Trump's favor every minute. And I've never voted. This is going to be my first time voting. And in 2020, I actually had no clue who would win. I thought legit it was 50-50. I even ran a poll on my Instagram story, and I can still find it to this day. I think it was like 52-48 Biden or something like that. It was actually very close. I actually think Trump, based off the betting markets, is actually killing it the more the days go by. There's 7 swing states, I believe. He's leading in 6 of them right now by the betting markets. So to me, I think he's actually going to run away with this election because of the swing states. I really do.
You know, I think maybe y'all even probably talked about this. I don't know for sure, but I think y'all should. I'm just gathering because I don't know who. I kind of know where C's going with it, but I'm kind of I know where Keel's going with it. But I think y'all should do a show based on this and give the people the information.
Hey, I've been calling it out the whole time. I've been calling both these boys out for weeks.
I
think no, low-key, and I'm not trying to say come on here and argue. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for somebody, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know politics like that. I don't know as far as I just know certain things that I do stand for as a man and certain things I don't stand for. So I can't tell you the ins and outs about everything, but I'm more than I would definitely tune in if y'all would do a show like that.
I actually am going to follow up with X here. I'm a lot like X actually. I don't know a lot of politics. The way I'm voting though is I'm voting who is more common sense. Like X said, and for me as a man, what do I believe in more? So I'm voting for the more common sense party in my eyes. And that's it. Like to me, that's the way I'm voting. Like who fits what I believe in more, and what's more common sense? What makes more sense to me? That's the way I'm voting, and that's it.
That's why I want y'all to do it because I can tune into something, and I can turn on the channel and I can be like, oh, they're biased towards one side. With y'all, I know that y'all genuine on how y'all feel, and I would love to hear, why you feel the way you feel. See, why the way you feel, Keel. I want to hear those things because then I can make a true assessment on maybe what I should do.
They biased. They biased. Don't get all 3 of them is biased. Don't get it twisted. They all biased.
Here's my thing. Y'all said common sense. Common sense, right? Cool. Common sense is cool. But what is being a president about? It's about policies. Policies for the country as a whole. So what I believe may not be best for what's the country, for the whole entire country. So the policies that best reflect what's good for the entire country is what I vote for when I vote for a president. Now, the other elections, that's where the real change happens. The other elections. But policies for the United States as a whole is who you vote, you base it on the presidency. It's a lot of stuff that I just don't agree with Democrats on, but mainly their policies I'm in line with.
So and you don't have to answer. Nobody has to answer anything else. I'm really trying to get enlightened right now because I know y'all argue about everything. I'm pretty sure y'all argued about this in the chat. Y'all had 1,000 notifications, but you're more Democrat, Yvonne. I don't know about Yvonne. Keel, you're more Republican.
You know about Yvonne.
No, because Yvonne said they didn't vote. This is the first time he's voting. That's what he just said.
He locked in this time. Then
he's literally read 0 of the chat. But I actually lean Republican for sure. There's actually stuff I actually agree with Democrats on. I'll say for one thing, right? I agree more on Democratic side with guns. One thing I actually do not care for is guns. If it was up to me, let the military and the cops only have it. If that is literally me. I do not care. Like my parents have never owned a gun in my house. You come to my house right now through the window. We have no guns to shoot you with. We do that's one thing. And my dad was in a war, so he had an AK-47 in a war. But we don't believe in that being in the house. That's just kind of goofy to us. You know why? Because where we come from, like people showing up at your door, robbing you, this and that. That's not logical, and that never happens. So we never see that as a reason, right? So to me, I actually am on the Democratic side when it comes to. I don't care for it. Like I feel like Republicans and rednecks specifically, they lose their minds. Oh my God, I need the right to bear arms. I'm like, bro, I don't care for that. So to me, I'm not all right. I just think that the way I'm raised conservatively and all that, and y'all know certain topics we've talked about on this show. I lean right on, and I will never change my mind on certain things. So I'm not completely right, but I lean more right.
Now,
I hear
Reek,
you.
would you say that you like more like independent?
So me, I've only voted once in my life, and that was the last election. That's the first time I ever voted, and I was like, I'm never doing it again. And I didn't vote for nobody that could have win. I did the. I don't know if you know, it's people that's on the ballots
Uh-huh.
that no one talks about. Because I don't really. To me, it's like picking the best ugly girl of all ugly girls. They all suck. I don't want that. So to me, they all lie. To me, like literally, like my life is anything I really want. By a person-wise friend, wife, whatever. I gotta trust you. I don't trust either. So why am I putting so much into what happens with them? I don't trust none of them. So that's how I came. I felt like I let myself down 4 years ago by actually voting. I did it because people were saying we fought the vote, and I'm like, all right, you right. We did fight for the right. So I'll just put a vote in. But I'm like, for what? At point, I'm literally not gonna vote for nobody that matters if I go vote. So to me, it's like, what's the point? My vote don't count if I'm not voting for any of the too many people.
And I swear I'm asking this just because I want to be enlightened. I think I'm more of
Yeah,
an independent. I don't vote based on a Republican or Democrat. I just want to see like certain things I just hear. And I'm like, but y'all can definitely educate me. I'm more than willing to come on the show and listen or even stay in the backstage and listen to
I
y'all.
would love to
Because I
listen.
think y'all make it interesting.
I do. I've been saying it for like 3 weeks. They'll tell you I've been saying for 3 weeks they need to do a show. I think it'll get the most live views that NBS has gotten live because this is obviously it's a big thing right now. And I think they all make great points. All three of them make great points of why the person they're going for should be the next president. So I think this would be great. And I would love to just be here to hear y'all. So I
Kia,
can't
what
wait if
you
y'all do it.
thinking?
Um,
You would do
no-
it?
yeah, of course.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
know
But what I would want to do this, I would want y'all to come with that same nonsense y'all actually come with in the chat. Don't get on here and get all politically correct.
Agreed.
I would
Agreed.
want I
They be
want y'all
talking
to keep that same
spicy.
nonsense.
They talk spicy.
Talk
Well,
ridiculous.
see, X, if you actually read the chat, you might change your mind because y'all over here get offended when I say Redskins. If y'all let me talk politics, y'all gonna lose your mind. Y'all gonna want to cancel me off.
Well, first of all, me and you've had that conversation off air, and like I told you, I can say it on air because I'm not gonna back off. My thing is, I know, and I'm pretty sure Reek and C know, there's some people that'll let you slide with saying the N word, and then there's some people that don't tolerate that at all. My thing is this: if it's derogatory towards any group of people that or feel some type of way with you using the term redskin, I just feel like you shouldn't say it if it's offending them. Because I'm not out here to offend you as a Croatian, anybody that's a black man or a black woman, Keo as an Asian. Like I'm not on here to, and that's just not this show in real life. If you
Right.
be like, nah, X, we don't say that in Croatia. Like that's disrespectful to Croatians. And let's say Antonio told me, X, that doesn't matter. You can say that all you want. But if you told me that, I'd be like, nah, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to make him feel some type of way. And I've seen you absolutely right. There's some people that say using the term redskin is honor. But I have seen some interviews where people say it's derogatory. So for me, I'm not gonna say that. And I've said that to you off air. I told that to Keel. And any terminology, whatever the terminology, even a woman, I don't go around calling girls bees. Now, when I was young, I did. I'm not gonna try to sugarcoat it for the camera. When I was young, I used to wild out and say a lot of stupid stuff. But now I just wouldn't call a girl a bee. I wouldn't call out her name. I won't do that. So that's the only reason why I say we shouldn't say it. But look, you're your own man. You do what you want to do.
But see, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I actually, and maybe you should send me some clips. I have not seen a single Native
I
American
got you. I'm gonna send you one. I'm gonna
that,
send you one.
that they say they're actually offended. Everything I've read, they've taken surveys, they've done everything. they've literally said no. The actual Redskins logo, the chief of that, his family actually wants that name back.
I
So
put it
it's
to you
like,
like this: the
so it's
survey,
like,
if the survey wasn't 100%, that means it's a certain percent that doesn't agree with it, though.
Right. And
And
that's
the
why I'm
survey
at.
wasn't 100%.
Here's something I learned a long time ago in radio. You know what? The people that you know are this much percent of the world. All
Oh
right,
no,
this much percent of the world. People will tell you. I remember when I first started in the radio, everybody was telling me, "Hey, all my friends, everybody I know, they was like, oh man, they need to put you on full time. You the best person on that radio station, best person on that radio station." But guess what? I ended up getting fired from that radio station because no, I was not the best person on that radio station. But everybody I know told me I was. Everybody I knew told me they listened to me. That's the only reason why they listen to the radio station. But numbers showed differently in the way that I acted and started carrying myself because everybody I knew, that little small group of people I knew, had me feeling like that was the truth. And it's just simply not the truth. The world is way bigger than that little circle of people that you know or that little circle of things that you've watched. For
yeah, but I wasn't going off of anybody I know. I was just looking up stuff and looking up interviews, looking up surveys, everything. So I'm not meaning to be disrespectful, but also it's like, that we went on. I don't know when the Redskins started, but until like what 2020, they were the Redskins, and then out of
Yeah.
nowhere, one day we're gonna be like, oh wait, that's offensive. Like if it was actually that offensive, why did we not realize that before 2020? Like I just feel like it was this woke movement that was like, all right, let's
oh my
focus on
God.
this. I mean, like,
What?
have you just
They're not even.
are you a brand new person? Do you know what are you a brand new person on this earth? Don't you know that everything that has been wrong has been going on for years, and now people are just now trying to start doing stuff about it?
but
it's not even a woke movement, though. That's the part that's crazy.
But I'm just saying, like, I legit have not seen people say they're offended. I just said, I mentioned the chief. Like, I have not seen people saying, oh, "Wait, that's offensive." That like actual Native Americans. Like,
so the key thing. This is the key thing, though. So you said a survey. The survey didn't say 100% of them. It said it was like a certain percent. So that's like, let's say 70%. That still means 30% is offended. So to X point, it's still a percent of people that is offended. So why even use it? Even if the percentage is more that they're not, it's still a percent that is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Even if it was like 5% like Croatians, like let's say it was the terminology. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and act like I know. But there was a terminology in Croatia that 5% of y'all viewed as disrespectful. I wouldn't walk in your house, and there's some Europeans that's okay with me walking in with my shoes, I'm pretty sure. But you've told me when you walk into somebody's house, you take your shoes off. Have you not told me that?
yes,
Guess what? Every time I
normal.
walk into your house, I'm taking my shoes off out of respect for you. That's just the way I am. But I'm not knocking you. At the end of the day, bro, God bless you. You your own man, bro.
Bro,
Yeah. I mean, I get y'all's point too. I just haven't seen enough examples. All I'm saying.
I'll
I
say
feel
you one
this
for
way about
sure.
probably everything, even religion. For everything that you think, there's somebody that thinks totally different, and that's going to be offended by how you think. For everything, I can't think of a subject that is different that I can say that is different from that. From sports to religion to politics, there's going to be somebody that's going to be offended or that feels the opposite way than you do.
And see, I'll say this to end it. I know we're just carrying on about different things, but my thing, we can agree to disagree, and we can have disagreements. I'm okay with that. By all means, we can debate. But when it crosses the line as far as disrespect towards you as a person, that's where I kind of draw the line. I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to disrespect you. If you felt disrespected, let me maybe chill out on that.